Okay, I just want to talk about inserting content and laying out your post. Now, if you've run a search in the article section here, then let's say you've got a group of articles here that you want to use. What you can do is, first of all, preview the article. Let's just check that it's what I want. So it's about golf. Okay, good. So I've got that selected as my primary article, and let's have a look at this one. And okay, this is going to the LE Times. Okay, and there's another reference. Okay, that's good as well. And let's say, for the sake of argument, this one is useful as well. What I've done is I've selected this article as a secondary reference, okay, in the second column here, and my primary article as the first one here. So what that means is when I choose use selected articles and it pastes in the content, it's pasted in my main post, okay, from Wired. And at the bottom here, it's automatically inserted the text more at and the actual link where this article has come from. Okay, so that's you know, recognizing that you need to show an attribution to the content. Okay, so that's the most important thing you must keep in there. You must have a link back to the original article. And you know, the way you can do that is by literally putting more, which encourages the reader as well to visit that site. Okay, because all about content marketing is to take content, but you've got to also push people back as well. Now, so there's my main article, and let's say those other two articles are quite interesting as well for my reader. And if you notice, remember I saved them as secondary links. Then all I need to do is put the cursor where I want those links and click this button here called Insert More Reading. And then what that does is literally paste in those two references using the title of the posts and put some text there and more reading. And of course you can lay that out any way you want. So just a couple of comments on this. So these images have come from Wired. So I really suggest you don't use them, because Wired will probably have paid for the use of those. Having said that, if I look here, there's actually an attribution here for the image, but it's licensed under Creative Commons. So in fact, that that image is actually licensed correctly for you to reuse because it's under Creative Commons. The only thing you probably need to check whether it's available to you for commercial use or just for your general purpose blog. Let's just have a look at that other image, and that's the same as well. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So let's, for the sake of argument, assume you have got permission then to use those two images. What you can do is, if I look at this post, it's very image dominant. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, just move the image down and just introduce my topic a bit. So what I've just gone and done is just introduced my post. So what I've done is I've just typed in this sentence here, literally to introduce this post. Normally with curation I'd actually write something a bit longer than that, but for the sake of this demo, this image is too big. So what I do is I click on the image and I click on this symbol up here, which opens a little box where I can resize that image. So I'm going to make it much smaller. I'm going to make it like 200 pixels wide, and you can see here then the text around it is too close, so I'm going to just put 5, space it out a bit, and then I'm just going to align it to the right like that, and then click OK, and there you have it. Okay, so it's resized the image. I might just pull that text up a bit. Another thing that's good to do in curation is when you're quoting an article, it's good to show it as block text or quoted text, and the way you do that simply is by highlighting all the text and clicking that option here called quote mark, and that will indent the article to show that it's quoted. And then finally, it's commonly not good practice to copy a whole article, and really to take elements of it, so that the reader is encouraged to visit the main site to actually go and get the bulk of the content. So I'm just going to delete the bottom part there, and then that way then, and I'll make that image a bit smaller, and this time I'll left align it. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. And I will again put some spacing around there. Okay, and now you can see I've got a reasonably good article there. For some reason that's been blocked. I didn't want that. So if I scroll down, there's my whole article with some more reading, and lastly, you should really summarize, so put your voice into that post, and then that's it. So there is your content. And what you can do is simply select the blog you want to post it to, select the category, click publish, and off it goes. Oh, and put the title in. So if I put it on golf blog, there we go, and click on publish, and that's gone out to that blog. And all I need to do then, for example, is if I double click on that, it will actually take me to the blog post. So actually, now looking through that, I can see this layout here has actually gone awry on the post. So what I can do is flick back to my post here, make sure that's selected and click on edit, and I can see the problem here. So this area here has still got some formatting, which is carried over from the original Wired post. What I can do is just strip that out, and just clean that up a bit, and then I might put that in a bigger style, and then just republish that. There's my post, double click it. Okay, and there's my title gone in, and you can see the layout. It is better. I mean, it can need some work, but I think it demonstrates the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial.